St. Lucia is widely known for its beautiful beaches and dramatic landscapes. But beyond the beauty lies a country steeped in history. In the 18th century, this island has seen many wars between the French and the British. But it's the French that inspired my menu today. Spectacular dishes such as bouillabaisse, poached snapper vinaigrette, and Navarin of lamb would have undoubtedly been served by the upper-class plantation owners in the city behind me. So join me to savor the great French flavors of St. Lucia for a taste of history.
For nearly 2 centuries, the sunny and mountainous island nation of St. Lucia was a fiercely contested jewel in the crown of France and Great Britain. Although the British ultimately took control in 1814, French culture runs through the spirit of the island. Some residents even claim that Josephine Bonaparte, the one-time Empress of France and wife of iconic French military general Napoleon Bonaparte, was born on St. Lucia. In the lush Soufrière Valley, in the shadows of the stunning Piton Mountains, rests St. Lucia's oldest French Creole estate, Morne Coubaril.
Hey, Chef Walter.
So good to see you again. It's my favorite chef in St. Lucia. You know, today we're cooking at a very famous estate, but guess what? A little too much liquid sunshine, so we had to move up here to the Great House. What do you think? I'm very excited today because we are really celebrating the French connection, if you will, to St. Lucia. We're cooking a very traditional French menu using Caribbean ingredients as part of the delivery. We're cooking a meal that would have been served many times in many upscale plantations. Matter of fact, just down the road from us is where Josephine Bonaparte grew up. Some people say she's born in Martinique, some people say she's born in St. Lucia. To me, what do you think? She's born in St. Lucia.
Yeah.
It's a story and we stick to it.
Yes.
So tell me, what's the first plan we have today?
Well, today we're going to make one of our classical dish, which is the bouillabaisse.
With the seafood from the region, obviously.
Yes, just behind us, we have the local fishermen who catch the array of seafood that we have over here on our back table.
Wow.
Nice red snapper.
What a beautiful snapper.
What we're going to do now, just to take the head off.
So what Rodroy is doing right now, he's just filleting really quick this gorgeous snapper. And the reason we're doing that, because the next dish we're using is basically a snapper fillet that's just poached in a little courgouillon, a little white wine, and then served room temperature almost, if you will, with a vinaigrette. Very traditional French second plate. Remember, the people that settled here from France, they came along and brought along their culinary heritage. They had to improvise a little bit because the fishes you get in the Mediterranean, you do not find here.
Cut this in smaller pieces.
The size of the pieces is to measure the size of the pot.
Yeah.
But the flavor that comes off the carcass of the fish, the bones, the meat just gives the body that makes a beautiful bouillabaisse.
We're going to prepare, the court bouillon. Water is pretty much lukewarm. I think that's enough. To add to that court bouillon, what we're going to add now is some mirepoix. So roughly chopped vegetables. So we have onions. So it's all roughly chopped vegetables.
Yep.
Thyme, and of course we have garlic. We're going to add a little white wine.
In French cooking, you can never have enough wine.
So we just allow that to come to a boil.
Yeah.
Allow it to simmer for about 5 to 10 minutes. Our stock is almost there now. So now I have my china cap and my cheesecloth. Yes, so we're going to strain. And the reason why I use a cheesecloth to get rid of all the final impediment. So you have a clear stock. All right. We have some unique cuts of vegetables that we're going to add to our court bouillon. We have some carrots. All right. So today we're doing a Caribbean style. So we add some pumpkin as well.
It's good for flavor and it's good for the visual. Celery.
We have some celery.
And then something very unique from you, which is the radishes.
Which is a radish.
Gets a unique flavor into it.
Yes, it's going to add some color as well, contrast to the dish, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to add it to our stock. And the reason why we add our vegetables first, because they are harder. So now we're going to add the seafood. We have lobster. We have some mussels. Clams as well.
Beautiful
We have
scallops.
squid.
Beautiful
over
scallops.
here.
Yeah.
Wow, nice. And of course we have some crayfish.
18th century, they call them river shrimp.
River shrimp, yeah. So now we're going to add a lobster. Have a squid.
Crawfish, scallops, and mussels.
So we're going to add the unique saffron now. The reason why this is so expensive because each pigment is hand-picked, you know. And of course, Walter, we're going to add a saffron inside, all right? So you're going to get that bright orange that we're looking for, all right?
I'm ready to eat. You know.
Wow, you ready to eat? All right. So we're going to add salt, pepper to this dish, which is 2 of our final ingredients. Because you don't want your seafoods to overcook, all right?
No, never.
Never. We just slice some okras. We cut a piece of fresh lime for some acidity for the dish. We have some chopped parsley and a spring of thyme for a final product. Okay, so we add this. Add the okras. Fresh lime juice. Okay, Chef Walter, we're gonna add the shadow benny now, which is a local cilantro, all right? This grows in the Caribbean. It's very unique in flavor.
That goes wild everywhere.
Yeah. Every household uses this in their cooking, all right? We're just gonna add 2 leaves because it's very strong, yeah? Shadow benny.
Beautiful melange of colors.
I'm just loving that aroma.
Beautiful seafood. Yep.
So fresh, so healthy. So we're making a nice array.
Because as you and I both know, presentation is half of the experience. Very good, perfect. So this is bouillabaisse à la Rodroy.
A la Rodroy.
Here we go, we try here.
Amazing stuff.
I gotta fist pump this one.
Yeah,
really good. And it looks so pretty. It almost looks too pretty to eat, you know. And interesting that you use ingredients that are available here. I can taste the saffron, the shadow benny. I can even taste a little bit of the wine from the Courboulon. It's really good.
The Soufrière estate is a portion of the vast acreage gifted to the French Duvaux family in 1713. This beautiful land provided opportunity to capitalize on the climate and fertile soil conducive to farming. In fact, the future Empress of France was born to a working-class sugar plantation proprietor, with whom she would stay until the age of 16, when she was sent away to Paris to marry into French nobility. Josephine quickly became a popular figure on the Paris social scene, where she would go on to meet and eventually marry Napoleon Bonaparte, the iconic French military general and emperor. Josephine remained a source of support for Napoleon during the French leader's greatest campaigns and triumphant exploits. While the birthplace of the Empress remains in dispute with neighboring islands, it's fascinating to know that her future life of luxury all began on this beautiful island nation in the Caribbean.
We're back again, man. We're here for a second dish, so we're gonna do a poached fish with French style vinaigrette. We have our previous court bouillon from our first dish, so no need to make another one, all right?
That's the snapper that we butchered earlier. Perfect.
We're gonna add to this poached fish, you know, a little bouquet garni, which is assortment of fresh thyme, some garlic, and of course, a little parsley. Okay, so we add our snapper very gently, and then...
And obviously there's a lot of flavor in the Courboulon. It's all reduced down from the bones of the fish, so it's going to enhance it big time.
So what we need to do now, Walter, is add a little white wine.
Here you go.
So we're gonna add salt, pepper, and we're using sea salt today.
Perfect. We're right a bit next to the sea, might as well use the salt.
Great stuff. So we're ready to make our French style vinaigrette, all right? So we have some red onions, finely diced, yes? All right, some garlic as well.
Chop. And you got the most important thing,
The capers.
the capers right
Wow.
there. Beautiful petite capers.
We're going to add a little of that juice, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Egg white.
And also we have the egg yolks.
And you know why I like them always separated. It doesn't really change the flavor, but it's great for the looks. And since food is so important in presentation, that makes nice presentation.
So we're going to add some chopped
Yeah,
parsley,
yeah,
right?
very good, yeah.
See the variety of colors we have there?
By the way, I still hear partying going on behind us down in Soufrière, so I guess the rain doesn't stop them?
No, it doesn't. And guess what? It doesn't stop us either.
You got that right.
Right. We're on our way, right?
Yep. Okay.
We're going to add a little black pepper, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Some salt. While, I stir, you add the
Sure.
olive oil. Extra virgin, right?
Always. Nothing but the best for that.
Yeah,
Because when you cook like this, you just put the oil, you want a good flavor. And also it's good to have a really nice vinegar, like you have here.
use some rice vinegar today.
And you don't want to use red wine vinegar for that.
No, some good tart, a little sweet.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And you're ready to roll. You got a taste. Let's see your handiwork here. Oh, Josephine Bonaparte would have been very proud of you. It's one of her
telling
favorite
you.
dishes, you know that.
In our own backyard, right?
Yeah, man.
Great.
It's very good.
Wow, look at this.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
Perfectly poached. Perfect.
We also add some blanched tomatoes for
Yep.
extra color, right?
You want to sprinkle a little parsley over that?
Sure.
Get a little extra vinaigrette on the side. Josephine, you would have been very happy to get this in your estate. What do you think?
Wow, very simple.
What a simple dish, but very delicious, especially the vinaigrette that you made. It's just
It's a very unique
spectacular. The
Yeah.
presentation, very clean.
Here you go.
Let me try a little bit here. Wow. I can taste the ocean. The vinaigrette, the fish nice and jade, slightly undercooked the way we like it. It's just beautiful. So what, Roy, remember when we conceptualized the menu today? How we went back and forth thinking what would be ideal to be made? Since in the 18th century, any plantation would have had plenty, whether lamb, sheep or goat available.
Yes, that's true.
So this dish is just a natural adaptation of a very famous French dish, which we call Navarin d'agneau. And we're going to serve it with a little bit of a rice pilaf that you had some local twist to it. So take me through it.
So Walter, we have a beautiful piece of lamb leg, locally grown. So we're gonna make some dice from this. We're not gonna use all of this. And as you can see, the lamb is very young, so
I
the
see
meat
it.
is very tender.
Yeah. No cooking time at all. Yeah, I can see it.
So I'm not gonna get rid of all the fat. So
Little flavor.
yeah, a little flavor. Let it caramelize a bit. I think that's enough. So we have some fresh thyme, finely chopped, salt, pepper.
Rosemary.
Let me take off the leaves.
We'll chop it a little bit.
Yes. This rosemary is freshly grown on the plantation, right?
So it's all lamb grown, rosemary grown, garlic is grown.
We're keeping it
All right.
on the French side, right? Some garlic as well.
Beautiful.
So a little red wine.
You want to use a relatively dry red wine when you use that, right? There you go. So chopped onions.
Oh, I like the sound of that.
Love it.
Aren't you getting those aromas?
Yep. I
Wow.
smell it.
Smells good to me.
Oh, big
Wow.
time.
What I'm doing is, allowing our lamb to caramelize,
Got you.
get all the seasoning sealed in the meat, right?
And
Yeah, man. So we're going to
perfect.
cover this.
Yeah.
All right. Prepare my vegetables to add
Into the Navarin.
Navarin, yeah.
So you have.
So we have
chopped
pearl onions, yes. Irish potatoes,
Yeah.
yes. We have some celery, carrots, and we have tomatoes, cherry tomatoes. So let us add all the vegetables.
in your marinade.
Great.
Some little more Corderon, red wine.
All right, so we allow that to simmer. Our lamb is almost ready now, so we have to prepare our rice pilaf.
Goes along with it, yeah.
Rice was already pre-cooked.
Yep.
So what we're going to do now is toast our almonds a bit. And I'm using a cast iron skillet for this, right?
Perfect.
Some onions,
Red pepper.
parsley. So we don't want to overcook this too much, all right? So we're going to add the rice. I think that's enough.
Beautiful.
We're going to add some salt, pepper, right?
There we go.
I think this is ready.
Yeah, man.
So we have our serving dish right here.
Yep.
With our ramekin. Great
You
stuff.
gotta show me the lamb.
Fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
That is beautiful. Really nice.
Our vegetables are still al dente. So we gotta mix it up a little bit.
Wow.
So we're just gonna add a little
So
more
beautiful, though.
garnish to this plate. You know, just to put a different dimension to the dish.
Yeah. It is a spectacular presentation, and the flavor of the Navarin, I'm so glad we picked that. It's so Josephine Bonaparte, and so St. Lucia, and so Radroy.
Oh, fantastic job.
It's a spectacular meal. Look at the colors, the presentation, the
Contrast,
flavors,
right?
just absolutely spectacular. We did some fantastic cuisine. I'm waiting for the next dish. It's very intriguing. I'm not spilling the beans.
The Soufrière estate is nestled in a natural gorge, surrounded by exquisite gardens, stunning waterfalls, and a volcano that contributes mineral deposits to the nearby springs. In 1784, baths were constructed in order for French troops to make use of the supposed therapeutic benefits of the site's natural hot springs. Historically, this once operating plantation also produced limes and cocoa, among other items, and is now considered a cherished site in the region. The Diamond Falls Botanical Garden is considered one of St. Lucia's natural wonders. It offers an abundance of serene beauty and peaceful tranquility.
This is the original structure that was built in 1784. Since I cooked all day today, you know, you gotta excuse me, but I'm gonna change my clothes and I'm gonna jump into this mineral bath myself.
Well, the water is coming from the volcano, but it's filtered naturally on the ground. So it's highly recommended for persons who suffer with arthritis, rheumatism, skin disease. So that's why we say 10 years younger after soaking in this water. You feel rejuvenate like a new person.
Wow. I can see why the soldiers loved it. Same here, I'm a battle chef, so this is perfect. So Radroy, what's the deal? Now the rain has stopped?
Yes, when we're on the final dish.
That's what it is. But I'm looking forward to this dish because you explained it to me. It sounds very intriguing. It's one of
Very
your
simple.
one of your inventions, right?
Yes, it is. It's going to be a cold cheesecake, which we have mango puree, from, you know, mangoes from our
All
own
over,
backyard. We have chocolate cups that I pre-made here. So what I'm going to do is fill that with the cream cheese, with mango cheesecake. It's approximately 4 ounces. So what I'm doing is just softening the cream cheese a bit.
Mango puree, here we go.
So you give this a little brisk whisk to get rid of the lumps. Yeah?
And this is the filling, right?
Yes, this is the filling. I'm going to use a little gelatin to hold it a bit. We have a little vanilla,
Vanilla extract.
a little flavor. And to this, we're going to add a pinch of gelatin, all right?
Just to stabilize a little bit.
Just to stabilize this. And there you go, simple. It's ready.
Wow.
Very simple and easy, okay?
Yep.
We're gonna put this aside, right?
Okay.
So now we're gonna make our amaretto sabayon, all right? So we have egg yolks, 3 egg yolks. We're gonna add at least 1 fluid ounce
Of amaretto, which is liqueur made from almond.
Almonds,
All
yeah.
people don't realize.
So we're constantly using up,
Products.
ingredients
Yep.
from the island, all right? Again, we have to add this on a double boil, all
Yeah,
right?
gotcha.
So with this, you have to whisk very briskly until the egg coagulates, right?
Yeah. You want to whisk it to a peak. Correct.
Yes, nice and fluffy, ready to go.
Yeah, gotcha.
Great
All right.
stuff.
All right, what's next?
Okay, we top a little heavy cream on that. Okay.
There you go. And now comes the assemblage. Now comes the assembly. Okay.
So we have our pre-made chocolate shells.
Chocolate shell.
All right. We're gonna fill this, right? Mango cheesecake. So we gotta work very fast with this dessert. It's a bit warm outside. We're gonna stick this together. We have our warm cocoa pot over here. So we're just gonna stick it on the side, melt the chocolate a bit. We just put it together, all right? It's time to plate up. So you remember what this was,
Yeah,
right?
the sabayon with the amaretto.
And we have some cocoa dust. Chocolate ball.
So you got mango cream cheese and some mango jelly go along with it.
Great. We have some meringue. So there you have your dessert, Walter. It's just simple, amazing, and clean.
I'm not sure about simple, but it's definitely cool. It's a great finale to a great French-inspired menu, right here at French side of St. Lucia. So Radroy,
Hey, Chef, what's
we
up?
found a much better day today to finish the spectacular meal we prepared. And what intrigued me yesterday with your fantastic vegetable carving you made, all the roses. And some people don't realize that Josephine Bonaparte, actually her name is Josephine Rose Bonaparte, but Napoleon didn't like her name and made her use only the Josephine part.
Yeah.
But she was instrumental in bringing the roses as an industry to France. Growing roses, selling roses, doing colognes with roses, rose water, everything else. So show me your unbelievable skills that you have as a vegetable carver.
All right, the main piece was a watermelon, right? And then we have some vegetables over here, a little fruit, to enhance the display after we're done, right? What we do first is make a base. Once it's flat, we gently take off the outer layer of the watermelon, okay?
It's artistry and culinary savvy, right?
Yeah, it's a 2-in-1. So we're trying to make the center petal right now. So you go in and out. So as you go wider, you want to open the rose, right? So after I make this petal, I'm going to change my dimension of cuts. We're going to go like this now.
It's beautiful. So quick you did it. Look at it. It looks so real.
At times, I call myself a fruit surgeon.
Well, you are. You're the doctor.
Yeah.
Wow, Radroy. What a beauty.
We're going to enhance the rose now.
Gotcha,
So
yeah.
we're going to make it like a beautiful garden. So we had our papayas.
Papaya,
We have to make them nice and firm, right?
so they don't fall off the board.
Yeah. It's just like making a floral arrangement.
Nice.
Very nice.
What a beautiful French-inspired menu we prepared. And now I got to witness your creativity on this watermelon in honor of Josephine Bonaparte. What a beautiful rose.
Thank you, Chef Walter. Hope you come back again soon.
For a taste of history from St. Lucia, and I'll be back.
Cheers to that.